The three-point, I think I really didn't notice because of how well we moved the ball and how well we were just pinging it, and it pinged and pinged until it got to the right people. And I think once you see that people can find rhythm and put themselves in a position to make and take shots that are beneficial for them.
Played a full game tonight. Was the full game. What helped bring that together tonight?
Losing. I mean,
motivated.
I think a lot of eyes and ears are around what the Fever are, and now you know, and all that hoopla, but
accessible for them to come and watch. So just really happy to be here and happy that we got a win in front of them.
Kelsey said she felt like this was the first time you guys put together like a full 40-minute game.
Did Caitlin Clark just have the worst game of her career? 6 points? That's it. But wait, how did the Indiana Fever still come out on top? Trust me, the answer is better than you think. Aliyah Boston, Lexie Hull, and Kelsey Mitchell said, "Enough is enough," and absolutely dismantled Seattle. And no, it's not just about revenge, it's personal. I'll show you exactly how these three players turned a nightmare into one of the most satisfying WNBA wins ever.
Just really proud of our group. I feel like we've, hit some adversity along the way, and I think that's only pushing us closer and closer together. And
we had never really, this year had a 40-minute game that we competed and played for 40 minutes, and I think you saw the best of our group tonight.
Yeah, what did it mean for you to kind of find your three-point shot tonight, too?
Played a full game tonight. Was the full game. What helped bring that together tonight?
Losing. I mean,
motivated.
I think a lot of eyes and ears are around what the Fever are, and now you know, and all that hoopla, but
what did it feel like for you out there and just kind of working as a whole team?
Yeah, I feel like we've played a lot of games where we play 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video.
Just really proud of how we stayed with it. They were, going on there, running the fourth quarter, trying to fight back, and I feel like there's been times where we've separated in that moment.
We had some hiccups and we had some breakdowns, but we played through them. And we played with multiple levels of effort on both ends of the floor. For the most part, she was on balance all the time. She just does such a good job of facilitating that I feel like sometimes
at the end of the day, this league is about wins and losses, and I think that we took a couple tough ones on the chin, and I think this is really our back was against the wall tonight.
Imagine this. August 2024, a packed arena buzzing with excitement. The Storm were hosting the Fever, and what started as a heated game turned into something much more controversial. Late in the third quarter, Skylar Diggins made a hard body check on Caitlin Clark during a fast break. It wasn't subtle, it was a full-on collision that left Clark sprawled on the floor. Fans were outraged, referees handed out a flagrant, and Fever coach Christy Sides lost it on the sideline.
Yeah, I have about 30 people out there waiting, so I'll head out there after, a bunch of family, friends. I love coming back to the Pacific Northwest, getting to play, and it being...
The three-point, I think I really didn't notice because of how well we moved the ball and how well we were just pinging it, and it pinged and pinged until it got to the right people. And I think once you see that people can find rhythm and put themselves in a position to make and take shots that are beneficial for them. We went 0-2, the way we lost and how we lost to the Valkyries and the Aces. It was a test run for us, and I think for us to finish the way we did tonight was really special for our group.
Made really good decisions, had each other's back. Highest level of consistent communication we've probably had all year.
But it wasn't just about the foul, it felt personal. The narrative shifted that night. Suddenly, the Fever were being cast as the team you could push around. And if you remember, Seattle didn't let up. They controlled the game, leaving Indiana rattled and frustrated. They walked away with the win, but it was more than that. It felt like disrespect. Fast forward to June 2025, and things couldn't feel more different. The Storm might have thought they were going up against the same team, but the Fever had been waiting for this one. No Skylar Diggins this time, yet the energy of that rematch could have lit up the entire arena. Everyone expected Caitlin Clark, Indiana's fiery centerpiece, to take this opportunity to make her own statement.
Accessible for them to come and watch. So just really happy to be here and happy that we got a win in front of them.
Kelsey said she felt like this was the first time you guys put together like a full 40-minute game. Just
We go on runs, and certain actions are working better at certain times, and they're doing things differently, and
and it was more about figuring out who was going to really use their mental toughness and really dig deep. And I think our entire group really did that.
And tonight we just stayed together, and that just shows the growth of our team and how we're just, again, our chemistry is getting better and we're trusting each other more.
But the unexpected happened. Clark just looked off. She couldn't get her rhythm, struggled against Seattle's pressure, and ended the game with a stunningly quiet 6 points. If you're wondering whether this derailed the Fever's redemption storyline, well, that's where things get interesting. The Fever didn't crumble. Instead, they leaned into the moment. This wasn't about one player carrying the team. It wasn't revenge. It was something deeper. Lexie Hull reflected after the game, "We talked a lot about playing for each other and not letting one moment define us."
And we end up coming up short because of that. And that's been our whole focus, is play a full 40 minutes, win every 5-minute increment that we can. And
and I felt like there was huge growth from our team today, and I'm really proud of them.
Kelsey said this feels like the first time you guys have put together a 40-minute game. Just how did it feel for you?
Yeah, we did. I think.
I don't know. I didn't know. Okay. I think trying to stay in rhythm. I think
What started as lingering frustration turned into laser focus. From the opening tip, the team looked locked in, operating as one unit. Preparation was key. Head coach Sides drilled them on defensive rotations and closing out shooters all week. The Fever weren't just out to win a game, they had something to prove, and the unexpected stars were ready to deliver.
I think we saw that in the fourth quarter.
You had most of your points in the second half. What did you kind of see, or what was kind of the message towards you as you got going?
AD had that early foul trouble, but she kind of came back and she had a career high. Just what can you say to her tonight?
Just what a hell of a job. She.
The Fever's victory over the Storm wasn't just a win, it was a message. Even without Caitlin Clark at her best, this team showed it's built on more than one star. Aliyah Boston, Lexie Hull, and Kelsey Mitchell stepped up and carried Indiana through one of their toughest battles. It wasn't flashy, it was heart, depth, and grit from start to finish. And as Kelsey Mitchell said after the game, this was the first time all season the Fever played a complete competitive game for the full 40 minutes. If they keep this up, they're more than competitors, they're contenders.